this here. I need to go to Twitch as well as the session here. New Atlanta is. Atlanta Castle is indeed live. I want to see if he's in the session or if it's a different. Okay, so he looks like he's in a different. Or he. Never mind, I'm just talking right now to myself. Load this baby up. I don't think this is the exact session. Check out what plan is doing. That's loading. This is loading. Make sure, yeah, so there's no, hold on, because he's in the session that I'm joining. This is the one that began 3 hours ago. Let's save, let's save. Actually, I'm gonna listen to his stream. You can see what he's doing is he's dragging the tires. Wanted to get heat to catch up to Bobby. I assume that Bobby is just pulling off the track. I really do need a better microphone for regular streaming. I need to get a new one. This one's so old. Hell, I don't know why I'm waiting for that to load. Just watch cancel. And I got, what is it? It's 2 Eastern, right? At 2, yeah, so.
Stream Deck is only being used for my down sessions now. Not really too many things that I'm using.
I was listening to music. I was like, what is that noise in the background?
Hey Dylan.
Oh my god, it's the Daytonas. I hadn't heard someone subscribe to him yet. That's hilarious. The Daytona song, good lord. That is hilarious. God, it takes forever to load here. Alright, so I'm gonna pause that. I'm not gonna. Let's see, this isn't. Yeah, this isn't the. Oh, this is the practice up until tomorrow. I got I understand now. Okay, so nobody's really doing a whole lot of laps here. You're actually hot out of this. Gonna mute that. I'll be back in like 5 minutes since the stream's going. Um, while I wait for that session to pop up. Um, yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay, cool. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. And no, I don't use my Yeti microphone for this. That's why it sounds like I'm in a fucking windstorm or playing on the Xbox 360. I just gotta wait for that session to go up. Until then, let me see if I can get into a. Actually, You guys want to see my soundboard? Oh, damn it. Say, of course. I gotta connect to a server. Okay, so hold on. Let me go to my Winstill.
Let's cruise.
Oh boy.
Let's cruise.
Hello?
Hold on. No, I'm just in here to test my soundboard out. I'm streaming for their final practice race today. So
Oh
yeah,
god.
yeah, I'll be in the other gaming. And I mean, I'm not announced yet. I'm just looking through for fantasy sports. But I'll get back with you guys
Are you
later.
putting money in this weekend?
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. But anyway, I gotta go down to other gaming. Then I'm gonna hop back out of
Test the
TeamSpeak.
soundboard here. I want to hear it.
Well, it's my soundboard. I'm gonna show everyone on YouTube what my soundboard is.
I want to hear it.
Okay, I gotta go through all of them.
Well, let's go through one of the funny ones.
No, I'm going through all of them. So that's one. This is two.
You stupid, hard-headed fuck!
Okay, this is three. Okay, this is four. Okay, this is five.
He got crash protecting third on the last lap.
Okay, this is six. Okay, this is seven. Okay, this is eight. Okay, this is nine. Okay, this is my 10th one. Okay, that's my soundboard. I just had some dude ask if I had any things, so I figured I'd hop in here and show him.
Well, I would go through mine, but it's like 200 sound clips. So.
We'll have to do that some other time. I'll be in here later, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Alright.
Don't you love my 10th grade humor? It's amazing. Alright, which one is it? It's not, because this is that's is it up yet? What's Castle doing?
How have people troubleshooted with that? Because we've had a few people with that issue.
It's at, I hope I'm not an hour early. That's gonna piss me off. No, I'll give it. It usually goes so long. Let me see. Yeah, this is all times are Eastern. 2:30, yeah, so I need this stupid thing to load. I'm like, I don't care about Saturday Night Thunder. Where's the other one at? What the hell? Oops. Where is the other one? X, that's Christian, eNASCAR. There should be another one popping up soon. What the hell? I gotta go back on Twitter. Hold on. I don't know what's gonna pop up on there. And I hate to get banned. I hate to get banned from YouTube for a bit. little Bobby Parker set. What the hell is this? Not Saturday Night Thunder. I don't care about Saturday Night Thunder. Race throwing a fit. So it's just wow. Hold on. Wait. Can I go back? I can't go back. Please go back to the random drive. Go back to the drive. Damn it. Is Castle running 4% force feedback? Let's look here. Strength is 4.5. Yeah, and these guys are running almost no force feedback from the sim itself. I mean, this is nothing. I mean, most guys. I mean, I run like 15.8 on that. I forgot what my wheel force is, but most guys run that. But the faster way to be on iRacing is to run no force feedback. So interesting. Ah, there we go.
Dodgy, I got my super button. Not sure how much I like it, but got it.
Let's see, it should be this one here. Oh, Landon's gonna go take a piss. Peace out, Landon. We'll talk with you later. Oh, it launched at 132. That's stupid. What? As soon as I looked away, it launches. What idiot launches at 32? That's. Oh boy, that's weird. So weird. That was did everything with the TV not streaming. That was cool. Okay, boys and girls, this is it. The big practice race we've been waiting to see. It. You know, it's been up for for 5 minutes now, and nobody's in here. I mean, Garrett's technically connected, but boy, oh boy. Wait, what? What the fuck is this? qualified top 40 make the feature. Heat 1. Why is there a heat race on here? 3 makes a feat. I mean, obviously everybody's gonna make it. What the fuck is this? Wait, tracks at 55% usage. Interesting. Why is it saying wait? What the hell's going on? Oh, Garrett just connected. What is going on here? Drivers. Oh, it's gone again. What is... Boy, what a letdown here. What is going on? Let's see here. I'll make sure this isn't the one stupid website. I select this website. Let's see, on the map, on the drivers, just about the spectators. Maybe we should do more than 55 spectators. Oddly enough. Yeah, Garrett Smith leads him. What is going on here? We're 27 minutes away from the practice race and nobody's in here. Nobody cares. Nobody's taking this seriously. Blue Emo's gonna show up and Blue Emo's gonna have just land a castle here. I know, yeah, I just saw your comment. I mean, I race. Shit, if you don't enter the server with all your shit plugged in, it resets everything every time. That's why, like, even when I'm doing this, like, oops, wrong one. Like even like, I'm not sitting in my wheel right now, but I have my wheel plugged in and everything. But you see, this is what I was talking about, and I know I have the video just on my thing when I was talking here, but Landon is running a 4.2 strength force feedback, and I think a 2 wheel force or something like that, whereas, you know, you're faster if you don't run any force feedback on the service, but, you know, I like doing that. Oh, that's weird, second clutch. I run 861 just when I use the whole 900 degrees. It helps me from not whacking the wheel all the way around, and it's helped my wheel stay intact and not break. Oh, here he goes, he's joining. Let's see a good old Castle Saint here. What is he in? Nobody. Why is nobody's taking this serious at all? Boy, that music. Dat music, though. Dat music. And I'm sorry, I'm just yapping. I'm bored. I got nothing to really look at here, which is kind of chilling. You know, this thing's been up for 10 minutes. Nobody's in here yet. Nobody's ran a lap. It's so weird, man. It's so weird. Because nobody cares about any of this stuff. Where am I getting all these followers on Twitter from? Like, I'm doing nothing to promote myself at all. I don't know where I'm getting all these followers from. Don't know where I'm getting all these subscribers from. This isn't even entertaining content. All I'm doing is just streaming what I would look at for research purposes anyway. Don't get it. Wow, he loaded in fast. Oh. Oh, that's loud. Alright. Time to get real now. TV3 is control or F? I forgot if it's Alt. There you go. Let's see if it brings it back out. Load track default. Let's try this again because we need a better camera for this shit. Let's follow Castle. See this thing's coming out. I forgot how. Because I went zoomed in like that the entire time. We gotta see if it comes back around if it's zoomed in that way, if it comes out a little bit. Boy, look at that detail there. Good lord. Don't like that. Oh, that's too close for me. If I could get it to not zoom in. Huh. Who's in here? Literally the same people. It's actually not a terrible. Oh Christ. What does this look like there? Oh, okay, wow, that is an improvement, okay. Because I want to be able to see more of these guys on the back straight without having to change cameras. I hate shitty cameras. I don't like how zoomed in is here. Dude, I swear to God, if I look at this and there's only fucking 6 people in here, I'm gonna throw a fit. Why am I dicking with cameras? Because I already know how Brandon Pool, I already know Atlantic Castle, I already know what times they're gonna be running. I mean, we can look at these guys' times here, but I'm not really worried about it right now. It's almost the exact same as TV1 at this point. Huh. Man, fuck, hold on. these things do. Man, this track is horrible for these types of cameras, man. It might be horrible, but holy shit, man, it's better than that. I just want a camera I can see the whole field with, that's all I want. Aw, dude. Are these guys not even taking this seriously? Like, shit goes live in 5 minutes or 15 minutes and there's nobody in here practicing. What a joke. What a yoke. Man, what a yoke. Oh, really? Awesome. Mentioned my name. Oh, that was Josh. Okay. I was like, wait, what? Okay, cool. I was like, what? Yeah, every time someone says awesome, I think of Alex Baker, and I was like, Alex don't know who I am. Alex don't even know I exist. So, hold on, now that I'm bored, I gotta find this out here. Let's see. No, not Josh, it wasn't Josh, it was Phil. I don't know why I said Josh, yeah, it's Phil. Driver breakdown, is this paywall or not? Well, what article was that on? So, the race sheets. His race sheet. Updated the game plan, common sense rules. Oh, it's a gameplay. Let me look at the game plan then. Who's in this race? Literally, it's 5 people. Oh my god, it's 5 people. Let's see, let's see. Where? I'm curious. I can't find where my name is on this, on anything related to Osmo. Oh, Alex Bowman's in here now. That's nice. That's good. Yeah, shoot me that link if you'd like. Okay, yeah, Josh, you are. Sorry. Just because I only have one screen, and so I'm on my phone. That's how I update the YouTube chat comments. That's how I adjust anything. Otherwise, I gotta I'll tab out and then I just click Discord. Christ, and then shit just happens left and right. It's a mess. It's a joke. When I posted above. The one I posted. Oh boy, I can't see it on my phone. And we have nothing better to do. Oh, yeah, okay, that's what I'm seeing, so I don't see no link there. Oh well. It's okay, we'll get there eventually. I'll find it later. For real though, man, like, what a joke, man. This is their last real chance to do a practice race together. We only had, I think, 15 or 16 drivers yesterday, Friday evening, so that was pretty freaking lame. Pretty lame, man. Castle's gonna kick the shit out of these guys if it just stays here, because Castle's actually running some good laps. Fall off in general has been about about a tenth and a half, 2/10 over the course of about 10 laps. Let's see if he's on par with that. Could have been a poor lap there, but yeah, that's about what we're seeing here with Castle, and that's how it's gonna be with everybody. What else we got? Smithly. Let's see, Pool. Watch. Let's see if he locks up these tires here. Oh, I guess he's not this time. Why am I still in? Why am I not full screen? I'm a dummy. What a dummy. Alright, I guess since I'm gonna have more people in here, I put out a DFS video every single weekend for the last, year and a half, well, ever since 2018, really. I go over the Cup Series, I go over the Xfinity Series, I go over the Truck Series. All of that is made in my actual DFS, preview video. I know they're kind of swamped down in my YouTube channel right now because I've just been live streaming, so I don't get killed by the YouTube algorithm. But I put all that stuff out in a video. I'm gonna make that today after this race. This is kind of my, not my final thoughts, but I'd like to see what these guys, you know, show here before I make any of that stuff. So any top 5 points, anything, or top 5 favorite, top 5 plays, that's not going to be here. That's not what this video is for. I'm just streaming this so other people can see. I'm not going to, like, announce this one. You can listen to Moonhead if you want some commentating over that. I'm sure other people are broadcasting this as well. But that's, I mean, I used to do that. I'm not doing it here. I'm here purposely for fantasy information. Um, you know, that's what I'm here for, at least in this video. Oh, cool. However, your best bet is to follow Brandon Cruz on Twitter. Well, that's awful nice of Phil. I'll have to tell him thank you when I'm done with this stream for that, because he did not have to do that. Oh yeah, I mean I'm not talking loud right now just because I'm not really saying anything. Like I can't talk louder, but I didn't have anything to really say right here. That's why I wasn't talking super loud. Plus my girlfriend's still sleeping in the other room, so I can't be that loud this early in the morning at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Yeah, I mean, the main things I look at, and like I said, this is what I'll mention in the DSS video later today. But I mean, the main things I'm looking at, really, with no resets or anything, how many incidents these fellers have over the course of the practice sessions they've been in, the races they've been in. I have everything already written down, logged for all the sessions, pretty much all the way back to early Wednesday of this week. But yeah, I mean, seeing how many incidents these guys are having, which is just them spinning out, hitting the wall, um, wrecking, getting in trouble, things of that nature. Speed, obviously, but I mean, Byron's the fastest guy by far, in any session he's been in. What else am I really looking for? Well, here, watch. I mean, if you... Here, we're gonna ride on with Byron, and I wasn't right on with Harvick earlier, but if you look at Williams' steering, well, let me move that. If you look at Williams' steering, he doesn't really fight the car a whole lot. He might fight out of 2 if he gets, well, he got really loose entering that corner, but that's because he's on cool tires. But Williams not fighting this vehicle at all. Other guys are like yanking it around. You can see him wheeling the car. Byron's not doing that by any stretch of the imagination. He's just calm, collective, driving it really, really smooth. If you compare that to, I don't want to use Bobby because he's a bit conservative, but compare that to Brennan Poole, where's Brennan on the charts? Poole's about, 10th and a half. He's dead last on the charts right now, about 10th and a half off pace. I don't know how many laps he's into this run here. Okay, yeah, so he's 2 laps in, so this is comparing what we just saw out of Kyle Larson, or out of William Byron. You can see Poole, he's yanking, I mean, he's 90 degrees into this corner. I mean, that's scrubbing off speed of the car. He's not nearly as smooth. As you can see, I mean, Poole's yanking it way more, and I mean, the Poole could be on a higher steering ratio than Byron, but if we look at his tires, watch, actually the right, let's look at the right one, it might show a bit more, you might be able to see a bit more of this tire. Yeah, so like right now it's plowing over the asphalt, and I mean, this isn't the game, it's just real life, so you can see him basically almost skidding across this asphalt by how hard he's yanking this tire. And compare that to, this is Byron, right? Yeah, compare this to Byron's, oh man, if I can get back that damn camera, Jesus. Compare this to Byron's wheel as he's going through the corner here. Oh, damn it, they advanced the session. Oh no, Byron blinked. That's lame. Right when I'm trying to make a point. Oh no, it's qualifying. Okay, we gotta go back here. Hold on. So, sorry. The session man, comparing how much his wheels moving compared to what we saw out of, the 15 car. I mean, I know it's not, like, you're not able to, it's not super easy to see, but Kyle isn't scraping his tires across this asphalt as much as the 15 car was doing. And I mean, that's something you gotta look for, or you gotta look at what driving style these guys are coming at, what, how they're approaching the cars and everything. I'm gonna watch Byron on this qualifying. I really want to see what Byron does in here, because I think this will be a good judge of what he does in the race tomorrow. At least for qualifying. I'm sure Byron will qualify top 3 tomorrow. I'm not sure if... Hold on, let me go back. Oh, yeah, so there he doesn't... Oh, boy. If you're not familiar with iRacing, you gotta break the system, you gotta find exploits. This is just an exploit there is that they don't know how to patch, they don't know how to code for it. It just gives you more grip on the right rear tire. Same thing as a burnout would if you're on a drag race or something. So let's see, Byron did that. I know other guys weren't always doing that when they qualify, so that could be why he's faster. He should be about, let's say, 7/100ths faster than the rest of the field probably here. You can see he's not fishtailing or anything. That's what you normally get on these tires on the first 2 laps. Pretty smooth. I mean, he's hugging the apron and everything. Oh, and I'm just using this to answer your question of what I look for here. So let's see what Byron ran. Let's see. Yeah, Byron's fastest right now. What he did, ran about 700ths faster than the rest of the field. Pretty much right on spot of what I said there. Yeah, so that's where he'll be. Okay, so that's going, the way I figured it would. Anybody else still qualified here? Harvick. Wait, compare that. Smithley might do it too. Oh, Smithley had a bad first lap. He didn't like that at all. What's going on here? I compare that to Smithley, who didn't do a burnout there. Did 1 lap, didn't like it. Came out to do another lap. Unfortunate for his time. Wow, this sucks, dude. I hopped on here to stream this, and there's 7 guys in this race. That doesn't tell you jack shit about who has what. I can tell you right now, William Castle, Smithley, the fastest ones. Everything else is useless. Everything else is going to be dead last. I mean, what a joke of a practice session. I know Kyle's running the IndyCar race right now, but that's still a joke. I also hope I'm louder now, because I actually put the mic next to my mouth. But, that's kind of lame. Alright, well at least my audio quality is better, because I was actually just like deep throating the microphone. This mic sucks. It's an old Logitech headset. I gotta get a new one. I was like, well, I got the Yeti microphone to record podcasts. I don't need a good headset microphone. This works for gaming, but it's it's a joke. So if I'm breathing into it, and there's no pop filter on this, so anytime I'm just shoving air into it, it's gonna sound horrible. So, but this is pretty lame, man. Pretty lame. The last practice session that these guys came together, be like, hey, you know what? We're gonna have practice sessions Friday night, Saturday afternoon. Show up, come practice, and nobody's here. That's why I got so pissed off, and Blue Emu threw a fit over what Bubba Wallace did. I was like, dude, this is a fucking joke anyway, I mean, don't make these guys fucking do this, I mean, for fantasy, obviously, you want everybody here, but I mean, drivers don't give a flying shit about this stuff. Castle's here because he likes iRacing. Byron's here because he made his career on a computer. I'll be right back, actually. Hold on. So there's absolutely no way that I don't wake up my girlfriend during this session. So when she yells at me, blaming y'all. So when you hear me, when you hear her yell, it's on you. So I'm gonna ride on the back. I'm gonna ride on pool. We'll look at lap times if there's a caution or at the end of this race. But I'm gonna go to far chase, take this off so I can see the field. Obviously, Poole, Bowman, Bobby, Harvick, Garrett Smithley, Landon Castle, Byron. If you watch Byron, he has no issue pulling away from the field here on this start. Absolute no issue. Everybody else, well, we didn't have a whole lot of wheel spin, but earlier in the week we saw a lot of wheel spin on this track. Harvick this week has had a hard time of figuring out how big his car is. I'm sure he's not familiar with the sign, how big the cars are in general. He's been whacking the wall quite a bit this week, which is something you don't want to see it with no incidents. And Harvick got really loose. This is something that these drivers just aren't used to. The sim isn't that realistic, especially like I said, the tire model we run on right now is absolute garbage, and so you'll just see a lot of these drivers who are used to how real life works. They're just going to drive it like real life, and half time it gets loose, half time they spin out, half time look at all this rubber they're just laying down. I guess Byron got loose there as well, but let's see if it happens here. We'll probably be able to see it easier in turn 1. But when you see everybody throw the cars in here, all these lines, all these marks here, that's just the car sliding out from under them. The leaders aren't dealing with that. And Byron, what happened to him? Didn't really. 7. Oops. Let's practice. Hauling ass. Hauling ass. Hauling ass. Hauling ass. Pretty much the only thing I've really learned from Homestead and see there goes Harvey getting loose again. The one thing I learned from these past few races, Byron's by far the best at saving his tires here. He's running lower than anybody else on the racetrack. He's much more consistent. He's not scraping the tires. He might not be leading right here, but he has the car. And in later track times, Castle's hard. He's fast, but he burns his tires off. If we actually get a good run here, let's say 15 to 20 laps, I'm sure we'll see Byron move up the field. Looking towards the back, as I said, Harvick is just struggling. This last lap, I don't even have to go back. I'm sure he got loose, had a bad entry, got passed on the inside lane. That's why he was 4/10 slower than normal there. But you can just see the gap that these guys, and these aren't even the fastest cars in the series right now. But you can just see the gap that they're pulling on everybody else back here. Harvick, who's been slow all week. Poole, who's been slow all week. Bowman, who's just pretty mediocre all around here in the sim. Here, so we'll go through and look at the things that I really look at. So what is Harvick running back here? Let's say he's running 22.1. I'll give him that good lap. And granted, he's in traffic. He had to check up there, so not all these laps are going to be perfect. Like, he lost a shitload of time right there out of 2 because he had to check up. Let's say he's running 22.1s. Poole's running 22.0s right now. 22.1. Hitting the wall there. Byron still running 22.1s, but had a faster start in this run. Bobby the Body. 22.1. 22.0. 22.0. Consistent 22.0s. Consistent 22.0s. 22.0, 22.1. 22.1s. So Byron's running about, other than his 9, he's running about half. What is it? Half a tenth, half a hundredth. I don't know. I'm taking a lot of things right now trying to talk. Anyway, Byron's saving his tires. He's not running nearly as fast as the other guys, and he's still pulling away from Alex Bowman. He's still pulling away from Poole. He's still pulling away from Harvick. Harvick at this point, he's running 22.19s. Move that back. Let's go back up here to Byron. Byron's running 22.10s, 22.11s. And he's not even trying. Harvick is trying the best he can to run these fast laps. Byron isn't even, putting in any effort here. Oh, let's look at the difference right here. So, I don't know. This session's going to be incredibly awesome to see what these guys have in a car and speed, but it hurts us for fantasy purposes since there'll be 30 guys in the race tomorrow, and we're only watching the full race of 7 right here. I think 16 last night, which was kind of filled with crashes. So there's a lot of things to take away from this. There's a lot of things that you won't really get from this video here. Alright, so it'll be 15 laps into a run. This is where I like to start really looking at what people are doing. So, Castle, granted he didn't start. Where did Castle start, actually? Castle started second on the outside lane. I'm not going to count these first 2 laps because everybody was kind of feeling themselves. Tires had to come in and all that. So, looking at lap 3 to, we're on lap 15 now. So, Castle was flying, running 21.9s. And right now he ran at 22.2. Actually, I'll write this down later. So we went from a 21.9 to a 22.2, 21.9 to a 22. I mean, he's running 2s here, so these guys are pretty much even. This is just track position at this point. Byron, was running super slow the first 3 laps. He was letting everybody by, and then his first real laps were, a 21.9, a 22.0. Now he's running a 22.2, 22.2, and he's pulling away. All this is just. Those guys had track positions. Look how farther William Byron is throwing him into the corner compared to those guys. Moving down, Romani is running 22.2, 21.9. Right now he's running 22.4, 22.3, not counting the 7. That was probably a bad lap, but a 22.4, 22.3. He's about a tenth and a half off the pace of these guys. Bowman started at 22.1, 20, ugh, so many numbers here. 22.1, 20, and this is, I don't have my script either. That's why on my DFS videos I don't stumble nearly as much because I know what I'm looking for. But, Bobby's running a 21.9, 22.19. Now he's running a 22.5, a 22.2, a 22.3. He's going slower. Poole, he started in the pack, so yeah, you got to throw out the first few laps. He ran a 21.9, not too bad, but right now, or like lap 15, for what I was comparing to these guys, he was running a 22.2, 22.3, a 22.2. He has a 22.7 in there, so he had an inconsistent lap. Harvick, his fastest lap was a 22.084. So whereas the faster guys were running in the 22 or in the 21s, Harvick never even escape the 22 zeros around lap 15 because he's been, fishtailing. He's been getting loose every time. He was slower around lap 15, running a 22.26, a 22.30, a 22.412. I mean, these are horrible lap times compared to the faster leaders, and we're 20 laps into a run now. So let's go back up. Let's see how. Byron. Okay, so Byron has caught Smithley. Let's compare Smithley's and Byron's lap time here. So between lap 15 to lap 20, oh, he's giving him the bumper. Oh, man. He's wrecking. Alright, gentlemen, I am back. I have woken her up as I told you I would. So I missed what happened here. I know Byron moved smoothly out of the way. But how did we get to that point? Look at the lap times Byron is running right now. Uh, you know, when he was catching Smithley, consistent 22 twos from lap 15 to 20. If you look at Smithley from lap 15 to 20, he went from 22-2, 22-3, 22-2, 22-4, you know, 5, 5, 7. I'm sure 7 was when he got moved. Way better, longer speed from Byron. If you look at Castle this session, you know, Castle's maintained the fastest. He's barely getting into the fours now, whereas Byron was into the fours lap 22. Moved farther down at the same time. Bobby Labonte is running fours and fives right now. He's gotten to the sixes now, and this is him by himself. He's not around anyone, so there's no real excuse there. Bowman, you know, he was in the fours lap 20. Had a bad lap there to 22.9. You know, same thing with Poole. All these guys are getting back into the sixes, the fives, the sevens now. Now he's in the eights, moving that Harvick. Truck was in the way. Harvick, you know, when everybody else, when Byron was running fours and threes, Harvick was in the fives all the way up to the sixes. Now had an eight thrown in there. So, you know, these guys are in a league of their own. Castle and Byron are assurance to just race in the top five tomorrow. Byron, you know, still not in the sixes, almost 30 laps into a run. He's slowly starting to gain on Castle. Look at what Castle's running here. Castle's in the fives. Byron, you know, I mean, he had a 5-0 there, but it's not nearly as slow as Castle. Where Castle, you know, he just ran a 7 there. Compare that to Byron, you know, he's still in the fives, he's still in the fours. The long run speed is all Byron, and I'm sure if he gets a track position or if he's lean, it'll be the same thing as Bristol, where he just doesn't give a bleed. Here, let's go back to my camera 3 that I'd done set up earlier. Let's check out this space in here. You know, here, let's bring up the space in here. So, you know, Byron's half a second behind Castle, and then we got a whole 3-second gap between these fellers back here. 3 seconds, 3 seconds, and that's what it's accumulated. I don't know how much you know about racing or whatnot, but you know, if you run, you know, half a tenth slower than a leader for 30 laps, you're going to end up being 3 seconds behind him, 5 seconds behind him. So this is a perfect example of what these guys are doing compared to the other ones, because they all started off right beside each other, all equal. No one's wrecked. There hasn't been any crashes, any, you know, pit strategy or anything of that nature. This is just how fast they are compared to the leaders. So now that I know Byron and Castle are already the fastest, we'll just chillax and watch these guys. Bobby Labonte, as we've been saying this entire time, he's just a clean racer. He's here for fun. He's methodical about how he goes about things. You know, we're gonna ride on board with this fella here if I can get there. Cause I guess I could have just hit cockpit at this point because I keep flying through things. And granted, I run a much higher FOV than most people do. I run a 94 FOV, so I can see the entire windshield. Most of these drivers, their screens, if they're not running triple screen, it's probably ending about right here. That's probably about the square they're racing with. Well, let's see, moving up here, let's go ahead and compare how everybody is driving. We'll go through the field. We'll watch Castle for 2 laps, and we'll watch Byron for 2 laps. And you know, this is stuff you don't see in real life. It's really hard to be able to tell this type of stuff unless you're physically at the racetrack with binoculars or whatnot, watching each guy come through the track or through a corner or whatnot. You know, very simple, almost slowing down. Let's check. That's another thing I like to look at too. Lowest speed in turns 1 and 2 was 89 miles an hour right there, 89, 88. We'll see what William Byron does this next time around, because I don't want to keep, you know, having to be behind. I like to be live here. Anyway, so we'll ride on Byron. We'll see how he enters this corner. We'll see how much he kind of lets the cars sweep in there. Just check that out. You know, he let off the gas, caught about 2 car lengths there. You know, he had about the exact same speed as Castle did last time, 89, 88. But just look at how much he's just entering this corner. It's almost like he's not even trying. He's right on Castle now. Oh, Harvick into pit road. What is going on here, driver? Oh, he whacked the wall. Oh, Harvick. Oh, happy Harvick is just not happy. I tell you what, you know, he just stood on the gas. He slammed on it. Oh. Oh man, I just like seeing these guys try and fight this sim when they're not used to it. So he took a reset here. Oh, cool! I didn't know they had a reset. This is a perfect example of what resets do for these people who don't know. And I'll check and see who the other guy is in the background here. As soon as you take a reset, repairs everything damage-wise. Let's see what Bowman is in the pits here. I guess Bowman just gave up. Yeah, oh yeah, he just gave up. Alright, so I think it was Poole who was in here. Is Poole just gonna... No damage. Nope, he's taking... Oh, these guys are taking tires. They don't need to take tires, they're good on fuel. Why the fuck are they taking tires for? They don't got a, well, like now, see, I can. It kind of ruins what I wanted them to do, because whereas these two guys have been out the whole time. Oh, Byron got by Castle. Let's see how I got by Castle. But, you know, those guys went out. They took tires. Oh, he just got by him cleanly. Let's see. Right now, on old tires, you know, Byron's running at 22.8. Let's move up to Harvick. He's running. Oh God, he's in at 23. Come on, dude, run a fast lap. I gotta show an example here. Harvick ran a 22.1 there, so the fall off that, you know, and Harvick's slow to begin with, you know, but we've almost lost a second of tire fall off in 40 laps here. Wow, that's a joke, man. I still can't believe only like 7 people joined this session. That's a joke. Bobby Labonte, you know, not a scratch on the car, not an issue to be had, just racing, just here to have fun, you know, 4 seconds off over the course of, you know, 45 laps, that's not bad at all, that's about a tenth a lap, not bad at all, that's what you get there. Harvick, you know, got to reset, destroyed the car, got back out there, let's see what he's running now compared to what he was running earlier in the race, so let's see, he's about... He's 7 laps in. We're running 22.1s, 22.13, 22.1, 22.1. You know, he's a bit more consistent now. You know, he's not as sporadic as a 22.5, 22.3, 22.1. You know, he's familiar with the car, staying consistent with the 22.1s. That's why the run I'm focusing on from yesterday's race was the one after they pitted around lap 64 or whatever. Because the cars come under them, these guys are used to the car in the sim, they're used to what the track has, they're used to what, you know, the grip level they have. Let's see, Lamonti's running 22.9, Harvey's running 22.14, ran a 3 that time, but look how much he's gaining on poor little Labuti, little booby Labuti. And you got to remember, Harvick is quote-unquote a bad driver here on the sim, and you can just see how much those fast tires are gaining on him. I mean, on the exit of that corner, Harvick was just able to stay on the gas, whereas Bobby had to, you know, let it rotate and everything. So that's the reason why the fast laps are just distributed horribly at Bristol, because whereas William, I don't know, he took tires, maybe he took them once or something, everybody else was taking tires every time they wrecked. So they just kept on running faster times. Let's see here. These guys are staying pretty consistent here. 22.8s, 22.7s, 8s. Let's see. 22.8, 8, 7. Could be that Byron just doesn't feel like he needs to run as hard. Technically, Castle has a faster car, but Castle's used up a lot of his tire grip in the sim. Let's see who else is here. Harvick, Bobby, Poole. How did we get to 5 guys? Where did the other guys go? 1, 2, 3. What the hell is Poole doing? 1, 225. Oh, Smithley's in the pits. Why is Smithley in the pits? How did I miss that? What happened to poor old Smithley? See, damage. Kinda gonna get a little right front tire. Where? Tire wear. He whacked the right front of the car. Oh, Smithley gave up. Okay. Smithley done rage quit. SpaceX, you need to, fire Smithley for not trying out a practice race. Alright, so we are 50 laps into the run. Don't see this happening Sunday at all. Started at a 22, or 20, let's say a 21.9. We are now at a 22.9, so we've lost 1 second over 54 laps here. Meanwhile, Harvick, who's on, brand new tires, is barely running a 22.5. Whereas, Byron on 54 lap old tires is running a 22.9. So, that just shows how far off the pace Harvick is. I'm almost not really going to take any. I'm going to write some things down really fast. Like, there's not really a whole lot of notes to take here. Everything I'm saying to you is stuff that, I entered knowing that it would end up this way, so I'll just write that down. So tires, oh man, this is a wash, really. Which is very unfortunate, man. I wanted way more drivers in this race. Check out their Insta. It'll show me after the race ends. I guarantee Harvick probably whiffs and whacks one of these guys. Sorry, I'm barely mentioning, I'm barely looking at the comments of the video since I've been talking for 40 minutes. Any reason we've not seen Hamlin in practice this week? Surprised he's not in early. He might not be carrying this week. He cared at Homestead, he won that race. He didn't care at Texas, didn't practice, didn't do well there. He kind of cared last week and practiced on throughout the week. It could just be because he doesn't care. How long is practice open for debate? Now see, it's technically always open because these guys can practice on their own. They have different sessions they can practice in. They have different races they can race in throughout the entire day. So that's why I keep putting parentheses over final practice, my last practice video, blah blah blah, because technically these guys are practicing. They can practice all the way up to the race tomorrow, but most of them don't. They don't give a shit. Now, Council got forced to the high line when Harvick went by him. He had 3 really piss poor laps there. I think that's why they pulled away, or Byron pulled away from him as much as he did. Please God, we got 18 more laps. Let's get this race over with. Looking for damage, oops. I know I saw him get in the wall not too long ago. Already got mine. I mean, this, I don't get it, man. I mean, I understand if something's going on, but there's no reason to have 7. Is there even? They might have race control in there somewhere. But it's a shame, man, that people didn't show up for these practices. And so when tomorrow's a shit race, um, you know, like these people can't bitch and moan about it. They didn't show up to practice. Some of the guys who aren't in here, let me check out. You know, the laps. I mean, I look at the laps that people have ran in practice. Before this, I mean, Custer had 172 laps. Bobby Labonte had 222. Harvick had 220. Priest had 170. Poole had 175. You know, Junior is doing a lot of laps here and there. But these other guys, you know, when they wreck tomorrow, you know, I'm sure they're going to bitch and moan about something, but they didn't show up to practice. So, you know, I don't get it. Alright, so we're at 71 laps into the run here. This is halfway through tomorrow's race, which is something we will not see. Let's check out how the tire wearer William Byron has saved is helping him out right now. He is still running 22 twos. 72 laps, 73 laps. What is this one? This might be the... Yeah, still in the 9s, you know. Let's go down the field. Poor old Landon Castle, you know. Byron's running 22 Oh, they're running 22 9s too. I think... they've pretty much equalized. He certainly ran more 23s than Byron did. Poole, we got lapped, but, you know, 22 8s. He's just had some shit laps here and there that, well, he was in, oh, he pitted too. But, you know, he's off the pace as well. Good old Booby Labonte. You know, 23 1s, 23 2s. Where'd Harvick go? Harvick on new tires, I might add, new-ish. You know, he's all the way back at 22 6s. You know. Oh, that was weird. I just glitched out the track. You know, actually, if tomorrow's race would go green, I'd love it, but it certainly won't.
don't know. That's about all the. I don't know. Everything I've talked about in this session so far. That's about all I can bring to the table here with 7 cars on the track, with vastly different talent-wise and speed. Oh, the first, second, third, fourth. This is his fourth 23-second lap time. That's amazing. That's, as Kyle Petty would say, that's incredible. Simply incredible, Byron. Oh, there you go. Byron, you done won it. Good job, driver. See Harvick drive it in one last time. Out of 4, taking the checkered flag. A couple laps down. There goes little Harvick.
Thank you, William.
And Brent Poole's like, man, fuck this, I'm leaving. You know, I don't know, not a whole lot of stuff to really write down. If I was gonna take note, well, I mean, I'll go back and watch this before I go over. But you know, Byron and Castle, they were consistent with losing, you know, a tenth and a half every 10 laps, compared to the rest of the field, where sometimes the rest of the field would lose anywhere from, you know, 0.16 to 0.20 seconds every 10 laps, which was very easily seen by this here. I mean, that's about it. It's quite disappointing to see only 7 guys in this race. And great. I mean, people did hop in other races. I mean, throughout the week we had Austin, Dillon, William, Byron, Priest, Hill, Clint, Boyer, Brad Keselowski, Mike McDowell, John Henry Nemechek, Harvick, Chastain, Logano, Dylan Johnson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 21 guys in the practice session who had ran practice times in the session yesterday. But that's 21. You know, let's say, you know, 25% of the, or 25%, 25 people in these races tomorrow, you know, at least showed up, did some laps. And I'll tell you how many laps these guys did in total in my DFS video later. But you know, you could tell who actually cares about this and who doesn't. You know, it should all be Byron tomorrow. I mean, I don't gotta tell you that. You could just see that by looking at the times. Yeah, that's about it. Pretty disappointing to only see that many people in there. I think that's about it. Let me go stare at these. Actually, I'll just do it on my computer. It's faster. But that's about it, man. I have videos that I recorded yesterday, earlier today. I think some on Thursday as well, related to the practice times, related to the practice sessions. And you can hear me better now because I'm basically screaming in my apartment right now. That's how shitty this little mic is. My little headset right here. Man, it's still quiet as hell there. Let me check these out. Can you mention any reason I see it? Got that. Who do you think Fox picks as the 2 driver? Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, it's a June bug, dude. I mean, his goddamn dad died on the stream on their first ever race. Of course, they're going to put him in each race. Probably the other guy they put in, I don't know, that's not really a DFS question, so I can answer that pretty happily, because that falls into conspiracy theories. So let's pray that pornography doesn't pop up on my Twitter while I'm streaming. Alright, let's check it out. Oh, they're locked in, actually. Expected LCQ. It's going to be Junior. It's going to be Bobby. Maybe Suarez if they feel sorry for him, because he's had a shit time. But yeah, I mean, Junior should finish first or second in the qualifier tomorrow. But it's probably going to be Castle, Junior, Bobby, McDowell, and LaJoy. Those would be the guys, and Suarez. Those would be the guys I'd lean into Fox, you know, going in there. Learn some stuff. Thank you for today. No problem. Hopefully I was able to help. I know I kind of just yapped the whole time. So we'll see how that goes. I'll probably end this and I'll go She don't care. She hates me doing this anyway, but pays rent, so that's the only reason I can still do it. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll end this stream. I'll go gather my notes, and I'll go record the other one. That'll probably be another 30 minutes. Because I think last week, as I said, I got so many videos. So I get swamped. I've just been streaming because I'm bored. I want to do something. Yeah, so this one was 33 minutes last week, or 2 weeks ago for Bristol. A lot of this stuff was spot on, so that's pretty good. But it'll probably end up being, another 25 minutes, another 20 minutes, since I don't do picks. I just tell you what I have and stat wise and all that type of stuff. So expect that video to be out. Right now it's 3 o'clock. I don't know, probably 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Give it that. It'll be up tonight for sure. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you are from Osimo, I appreciate that. Phil did not have to do that. So we'll see how it goes. You guys have a great day. We'll talk another time. Peace out, home skillet.